My dear viewers, you are most welcome to this presentation, and this is Elo2 Mathematics channel. In this presentation numbered 001, we are having our new topic, which is inequalities and regions. And in this presentation, we are going to learn the important concepts when it comes to inequalities, and then also we are going to learn how we can represent inequalities on a number line. So that is what you are going to learn in this presentation or this video. And if you are not this channel, kindly subscribe, turn on the notification button for updates whenever I upload any video, like and share. So let us officially dive into the video. In here we have our summary, and there are 5 of them. Number 1, the following symbols are used when dealing with inequalities. So we have the first symbol, which is read as less than. Then the next one is the less than or equal symbol. Then this is the greater than symbol. Then lastly is the greater than or equal symbol. Let me elaborate on number 1. I'm saying that this symbol is read as less than symbol of the inequality. Then this is read as less than or equal to. Then this symbol is read as greater than symbol. Then lastly, this is the greater than or equal to symbol. So that is how they are read, and you have to understand them so that you don't mess up with it when it comes to inequalities. There are majorly 4 of them, and we are going to be using them interchangeably. So just watch up to the end for better understanding. Then number 2, it reads that the inequality symbol reverses when you multiply or divide an inequality by a negative number. So we are going to look at this number 2 in the examples we are to have. Then number 3 reads, to represent an inequality on a number line, use an open circle. So in here, open circle, they are meaning unshaded circle for less than or greater than symbol. And in the case of the less than or equal or the greater than or equal symbols, we use closed circle. In here, closed circle, we are meaning the fully shaded circle, as we are going to look at them in our examples. Then number 4, integers in the range of a given inequality are called integrals. So they are called integral values. So long as they are within the range according to the inequality that is given, then they are called the integrals. Meaning that in case we've been asked to state the integrals of a certain given inequality, then it means that we are supposed to give the integers that are within the range of the given inequality. Then number 5, it reads the inequality, this one is read as x less than 2, is the same as the x less than 2, and the inequality 4 less than x is the same as x greater than 4. So I can read this as 2 greater than x, or still I can read it as x is less than 2. As well, I can read this as 4 less than x, or I can read it as x is greater than 4. Let us have our examples, and we are to understand how to represent these inequalities on a number line. We have from Roman number 1 up to Roman number 8. So we are going to work through 6 of them. Then these 2, you work out with them on your own, and you drop the answers in the comment section. I'll supplement on that. So let us have for Roman numeral 1, it is read as x is greater than or equal to negative 2. So let us represent this inequality, Roman number 1, on a number line. So this is Roman numeral 1, and the inequality is the x being greater than or equal to the negative 2. So in here, we first come and trace where there is negative 2. So negative 2 is probably at this point. So that's where it is. We begin by drawing a smaller circle there. Then we are saying that we have x greater than or equal to negative 2. We now ask ourselves of negative 3 and negative 1, which one is greater than negative 2? But before that, we need to decide whether this is supposed to be shaded or unshaded. But according to this symbol, it is a greater than or equal symbol. It means that we are supposed to shade this circle fully. And what does it mean? It means that negative 2 is also inclusive among the integrals we are to have. So then we ask ourselves, of negative 3 and negative 1, which one is greater than negative 2? We can really say that negative 1 is greater than negative 2, implying that it takes this direction and it doesn't end, it continues in that direction. Let us now indicate by putting this arrow, and now we indicate the inequality, which is the x greater than or equal to the negative 2. So that means this is our answer. We have fully represented this inequality, Roman number 1 on a number line. We can now proceed to Roman numeral. Roman numeral 2 is the x greater than 3. So this is our Roman numeral 2. We have it as x is greater than 3. So we come and draw our number line, which is that we trace where 3 is. 3 it is at this point. Then we draw a small circle where it is. Then we ask ourselves, are we supposed to shade it? The answer is no, because this is just a greater than symbol, but not greater than or equal to. So we are not supposed to shade it. Then the values we want should be greater than 3. So we ask ourselves, of 2 and 4, which one is greater than 3? The answer is 4, implying that we take on this direction and we put the arrow because it is not ending, and then the inequality is the x greater than 3. Therefore, this becomes our correct answer for Roman numeral 3. Roman numeral 2. We can now proceed to Roman numeral 3 of our question. We have it as x is less than or equal to 2. It is x less than or equal to 2. So we bring our number line, then we trace where 2 is. It is at this point. We draw a small circle there. Then we ask ourselves, are we supposed to shade it? The answer is yes, because this is a less than or equal symbol. So we shade it fully. Then we ask ourselves, of 1 and 3, which one is less than 2? The answer is 1. That means for this inequality Roman number 3, it takes on this direction and it continues in that order, and this is the x which is less than or equal to 2. This becomes our correct answer for Roman numeral 3. We can proceed to Roman numeral 4 of our question. So we have it as x is less than 4. It's x less than 4. Still we introduce our number line. We first trace where 4 is. It is at this point. We draw a small circle there. Then we ask ourselves, are we supposed to shade it? The answer is no, because this is just a less than symbol. Then we ask ourselves, still, of 3 and 5, which one is less than 4? The answer is 3. That means it's going to take on this direction and it does not end. So we put the arrow, and the inequality we have represented is the x less than 4. This therefore becomes our correct answer for Roman numeral 4. We can now proceed to our Roman numeral 5, which is the negative 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 5. It is negative 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 5. So in here it's a range, so we can have our number line. Then we have to trace where negative 1 is. Negative 1 is at this point. We draw a small circle there. Then we ask ourselves, are we supposed to shade it? Yes, because this is a less than or equal symbol. Or if not, it's depending. So it's supposed to be shaded. So we shade it. Thereafter, we now go to 5. Also, here 5. We draw a small circle there, and it is also supposed to be shaded because of this symbol. Then the range here is the one for the inequality, which is negative 1 less or equal to x less or equal to 5, which is the negative 2 less than x less than 3. Still, I come where there is negative 2. It is at this point. I draw a small circle there. Then I'm not supposed to shade it because of this less than alone. Then I go to 3. I also draw a small circle there. Then from there, I join these two circles. So it's running from here to there. And this inequality is the negative 2 less than x less than 3. And therefore, this becomes our correct answer or representation of this inequality on a number line. So we are now left with the two Roman numerals, that is Roman numeral 7 and then Roman numeral 8. You try out these two on your own. And now before we end this presentation, let us go back to each and every inequality and we try to come up with the solution set. So beginning with Roman numeral 1, the solution set refers to the set of values that suit or satisfies the inequality. In here, for Roman numeral 1, we can have x as a set having the members. We shall have negative to itself, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, like that. So they continue up to. Then for Roman numeral 2, the solution set, that is x equals 2. So we must have the 3, or the values that are greater than 3, which are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like that, continues like that. Then you go for Roman numeral 3. Our solution set, the x is simply gonna be equal to, we look at this number line, we can see that 2 is inclusive. So we have 2, we have negative 1, we have 2, we have 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, continues in that direction. So that would be the solution set for Roman numeral 3. Then for Roman numeral 4, we are having it as the x being equal to, we look at this 4 is exclusive. We begin from 3, 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and continues in that order. Then for Roman numeral 5, our solution set x simply is going to be equal to, so this is a range. We can see that both circles are shaded, meaning that they are inclusive. So we include also negative 1. Then we shall have the 0, shall have 1, 2, 3, 4, and lastly 5. Only these ones are the correct integrals or the set that satisfies this inequality. We can now proceed to number 6, which is the negative 2 less than x less than 3. So we have now our x being equal to, our set is not going to include negative 2. So we are going to begin with negative 1, the 0, 1, 2 alone. Even if 3 is exclusive. So this is the set that satisfies the inequality of our Roman numeral 6. And thanks for watching. If this video has been of value to you, kindly subscribe to the channel, Algebra 2 Mathematics channel, for more videos of the kind. See you again. Goodbye.